Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Rev and Step. Today I wanted to talk about a few things. First, I want to talk about me getting a new camera and a microphone so you guys can hear me a little bit better, and that way I can provide a little bit better footage, as well as the mixture of gasoline, and that is the e30 mixture running on the MK7, and also lastly, but not least of course, the future mods to this car and what I hope to accomplish. So let's start. A few weeks ago, I believe, I made a video where I said I might not have enough money in the budget to buy a new camera, etc., but I found a really good deal on a Hero 3 Plus. I know it's not the latest camera, it's nothing crazy, but for me, it's great. I love it. It's a lot better than my Drift HD camera. And then the microphone I purchased, that I was hoping to use with the Drift HD, I can finally use with this camera, and you guys can hear me better. So, as I said, I got a really good deal on it. I pulled the trigger, and the best part about it is I was able to sell my old camera. So I kind of almost broke even. I had to pay a little bit extra, but I almost pretty much at the end I came out even with the price of both, with the price of the new camera and selling my old camera. I had to buy, what was expensive was the different type of mounts I had to buy for this camera, and that actually cost almost as much as the camera. But I also purchased an extra battery and so on, and selling the accessories from the previous camera, I was able to, again, almost break even. Maybe I had to spend an extra 50 bucks or so. But I'm extremely happy with this camera. I'm extremely happy with the microphone. It works great. I was able to use it in my last video, and I think everything came out great. The quality is not too bad for what the camera is, and the microphone provides very good sound, I believe. So second, let's talk about e30 mixture. So I've been roaming around the forums, like the MK7 forums, looking around, and I stumbled across the ethanol. There was an ethanol thread. I stumbled across an ethanol post, and they were explaining everything about ethanol. So I decided to try it. There was a lot of speculation as to why you shouldn't try it, but I believe someone mentioned that after 2004, the cars became, after 2004, the manufacturers, they started using, they upgraded the fuel systems in the cars, so to the point where you can maybe run E15 very safely. Because when you think about it, 93 octane, I believe that has about 10% ethanol in it or so. I might be wrong on this, don't quote me, but I believe that's the statistic. And our systems have to be able to run this. I believe with the MK7s we can run a little bit more. I believe we can run 20, 30, or maybe even 40. That's kind of pushing it safely in their cars on a daily basis. I read a lot of posts as to how one should proceed to making an E30 mix. And because we don't have a specific tune for our cars that runs E30, we don't have to be as lenient as to what the quality of the E30 is. So we can go to a gas station, fill up about 2 or 3 gallons of E85, and then fill the rest with 93 or 91 octane. That gives us a mixture of almost, it will be anywhere between E20 to E35 maybe. So, and we can run that safely with our cars, and especially with people that have the JB1, which in a way it's a tune, but it can provide little benefits if you run E30 on it. Maybe your car runs a little bit better. Personally, with my car, I believe it made it smoother at a higher RPM, and also it made the acceleration a lot smoother on the highway. But again, that's my butt dyno testing it, and my opinion is I believe it's very beneficial to the car. I will be running E30 mixture for a long time, at least that's my goal. Gas station is a little bit far away, but I should be able to make that happen. And I think I'm going to do it where I will do 3 fill-ups with an E30 mixture or around E30 mixture, and then I'll run a full tank of 93 octane. The reason why I'll do this is to clean the fuel system and to clean any extra ethanol that remains from those fill-ups. I think that's a safe way to do it. There's some people on the forums that ran E30 mixture for a while, and they seem to be doing okay. I read a lot of other threads with like the BMW forums and stuff like that where they run E30, but they actually run a very strict E30 tune, so that can be a trouble. That you can get in trouble with that if the quality of the ethanol is not that good or not that much. But with our cars, we don't have to be really careful with that because our tunes, our ECUs are meant to account for that, and we're not running those tunes. We're not running an E30 tune, so a little bit of like less quality or less ethanol, that will be okay. It wouldn't really damage your system at all. Personally, my concern is how the fuel system would take that. I want to know what would happen when you use that for a long time. I want to know if it's going to eat through any of the seals or it's going to do any damage to the fuel system. But so far, the car runs a lot better. I'm trying to get a Windows tablet, and I'm going to try to do some logs with the JB1 and see how the car performs, because in my opinion, it performs really well right now. But then again, that's just my feels from everyday driving the car back and forth. But that's my opinion on E30. I believe if you want to give it a try it. So able on to our last topic today is what are the future mods to this car. I really hope that I'll be able to get my first mod with a timely manner. It's going to be very pricey. I want to get different wheels and I want to get different tires for the car, so it has a little bit better traction off the line, and also it has a little bit less free weight to push around. I'm really hoping to get some kind of wheels that are 19 pounds, maybe at the most, or 20 would be fine too, but that's my goal. For tires, I hope to get the Michelin Pilot Sport S3. Those are expensive tires too, so we'll see what happens. Once I'm able to accomplish that first goal, I hope to get an exhaust. I want to get a decent exhaust. I don't want it to be too loud when I'm driving slow or like a low RPM, and I want it to be loud when I'm driving fast. So there's a few exhausts in mind that I've been researching, but we'll see how that goes. I think that's another expensive part. And after that, I would really like to get a DSG tune or a downpipe. I believe the DSG tune might be a little bit more enjoyable. Yes, it's pricey, but I think I'm gonna have more fun with it. So keeping that in mind, I really have to save money on the side, and I hope to be able to achieve that. Again, the wheels, that's my first goal in mind, but that'll be really hard to attain, so it might be a few years, I guess, looking on the bright side. But who knows? Who knows what will happen? I'm being a realist when I say a few years, because wheels can be expensive. I was looking at a setup. It costs close to $1,500 to $1,600, and that's really expensive in my book. I don't have the extra money that I can throw in the car, but hopefully with time I will be able to do a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have planned for the car. You guys were able to hear my opinion on E30. If you guys stuck around for the whole movie, I'm gonna make a little pool, maybe going from 40 on the highway on E30, so you guys can see how the car performs. I'll try to do it in a safe environment where there's not a lot of cars around. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate if you guys smash that like button. That really helps my videos a lot. And if you guys subscribe, it'll be even better. Alright guys, we're gonna attempt the 40. We're gonna attempt 40 to whatever. Let's do it. And that was 90, or close to 90. I just don't want to push my luck. But that was it. It's pretty good. And that's out on E30. And car performs wonderfully. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Peace out.